5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Gun the misery where the killers pop it over. When I say pop it over, I mean dealing with the tongue of the gun.
Well now, we call this the act of mating.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Radio.
Motherfucker, I'm awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here talking about SummerSlam. Apparently, we were just talking about Anonymous.
Yeah, the
hacking for world peace.
Yeah, we were just having a little conversation about this. We plan to continue this conversation, but we want to get back on the topic of SummerSlam. So we're gonna jump back. We're gonna jump back into that, and then we'll see where this goes. So before we went off the air, we were talking about the title match between John Cena and Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and the United States Championship. So,
who do you want to win? Just out of curiosity, who do you want to win?
I'm sick of Seth Rollins being champion.
Seth Rollins is a moron. I mean, I understand that, he wants to be the greatest heel on earth. I understand that. Hey, go for it. But you know how, like, when you're sitting back, we're sitting at home and we're watching this, and you just have that urge to just go right through the TV, just go up to him and just punch the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at that point. I'm at my point where I want to do that to his ass.
And they keep putting his storylines through where, like, he's always, like, before he was always getting help from the Authority. Now he's just, like, getting lucky.
He's on his own now.
Like, yeah, he's on his own, but he's gotten so much luck. You look at Money in the Bank. Him and Ambrose grabbed that title at the same time, but he was the last one with his hands on it. And then Battleground, they never even declared the match was over because of the Undertaker's appearance. So if you think about it, before it was all Authority, now it's just pure luck that he's going on.
Speaking as a fan, I honestly think that Seth Rollins needs. Speaking as a fan, Seth Rollins has been getting very accomplished. He's been doing it with or without the Shield, even though he's had his lucky shots with the ladder match and with Brock Lesnar, and he's still champion. We'll see this Sunday. Speaking as a critic, Seth Rollins is doing pretty good for himself. He's been proving himself behind the stage. He's worked hard. His mic skills have always been good ever since he came in with the Shield. And also with the fact that he went up against Brock Lesnar, it's common sense. Nobody can compare to Brock Lesnar except if you're somebody of the Big Show or the Undertaker's height, weight, strength.
But if you think about it, Brock Lesnar has dominated both of them. I swear Brock Lesnar's dominated so much, I've actually created a drinking game out of it.
He has.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I can't wait to do that.
That is going to be a good game. That's going to be fun.
Suplex City.
If you fans out there, if you ever want to play the Brock Lesnar drinking game, here's what you do. You get a bunch of beers.
First you go to Suplex City.
Let me get to that. Once you get to Suplex City, every time he does a suplex, take a chug. When he does an F5, 5 chugs. When he locks an opponent in a Kimura lock, you keep chugging until he's forced to break it. Whether it's breaking an opponent's arm, having to let go of the submission by holding the rope or whatever, or the opponent taps out. Either way, you keep chugging until he's forced to let it go.
You better be a heavyweight because on average his suplexes each match range from 10 to 15.
Yes, his last match, Battleground, it was about 14 suplexes.
13.
SummerSlam last year against John Cena, 16 suplexes, 2 F5s. So that's what, 10 chugs plus 16, that's 26 chugs right there. And I believe he had John Cena in a 10-second Kimura lock.
That's a road to the hospital and a coma, my friends.
I'm hyped to play this game one day, so.
Well, maybe you'd just probably be a road to the hospital.
Then call 911 for me right now.
Yeah,
we're gonna need ambulance on stand for what? Suplex City, bitch.
Alright, so the next match, Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Okay, just want to say this. What do you think of Sheamus' appearance?
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
I like it. I do like it. It's something new. It's something badass, and it's something that gives off a heel appearance. So it works.
He's not wrong. I mean, I've gotten used to it. It's been a couple months since he's made his appearance with that look, but you're looking at two guys who have had a heated rivalry with each other in the past. So you could expect some things, but time changes, so you can expect something new.
When you first saw the look, what did you think?
I was like, what the hell did he do?
When you first saw it, what did you think?
I was speechless. I couldn't even say anything because I'm
okay.
like,
I was okay with the
Huh?
mohawk. I was okay with the mohawk.
the facial thing. I'm like,
it's his dangling things off his chin. Like, what is that?
I'm
Is
looking
it some
at this.
type of, like,
I'm looking
Irish
at.
tradition or something. Like,
When you think about it, it is a Celtic warrior tradition. That is kind of a Celtic warrior appearance. Not just by what they say, but kind of just through without history, looking through that. But when I first saw it, I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. And I still say, holy shit, that's awesome. Even though it's getting longer and longer, so that mohawk is just getting fucking towering up there.
amen.
Well, here, my thing is like, dude. I can't.
Hey, whatever. His look,
understand
his
this.
face, we can't control it. So, but anyway, like I said, you got two
That
guys.
sounds so wrong.
What?
His face, we can't control it.
Shut up. But anyway, looking at the match,
Damn.
the match itself, you got two guys. Again, they have had a heated rivalry in the past, so you can expect some things, but you know, time changes and people aren't always the same. So
There is a lot of talent in that ring, so it probably will be a good match.
All right. How about this? Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev.
That is going to be a very, very interesting match.
yes, because you're taking a look at Rusev, a guy who's barely been pinned or submitted since his debut. Yeah, his first loss was at WrestleMania, and then he's been on kind of like a losing streak since then. But you know, he's
Faked an injury.
Well, whatever the case is, but you're looking also Dolph Ziggler, a guy who's proven his talent and ability. Even if he's been a cocky son of a bitch in the beginning, you know, he's proven his talents day in and day out. So this is gonna be one hell of a match.
I have to really critique this because everything else sucks except for the talent that they both have. Rusev, very talented. Dolph, very talented. The storyline, not so much. You know, honestly, what would make the storyline better? Summer Rae not being a part of it. I know they got to throw her in there because, hey, they need use of her. And Lana's built herself up very well. Being Rusev.
Hey, she's getting cheers now.
Rusev has built, Lana's built herself very well. Between that and here's the thing, Lana's not even Bulgarian. She's an actress and she's a model.
She's from what's it called?
She's
Estonia.
American.
No, she's from Estonia, dude.
Yeah, wait, what?
She's from Estonia, dude.
That's not America, is it?
No, that's a freaking country in Europe. Dude.
Oh, well, she has an American accent. Out of the case, everything else besides that, if you took Summer Rae out, this would be a good match. And also, too, like you said, Rusev being on a losing streak, it doesn't do well for his image. Dolph Ziggler, on the other hand, is very technical and has a lot of flexibility, so that could work against him, which is a powerhouse. So,
Yeah, you kind of have to look at it that way, too, so...
So it kind of is. It's kind of technique versus power, which can make a good match. And also including that Rusev is flexible and he can move fast.
Yeah, he's proven it, too. For a big guy, he could deliver some pretty high kicks.
He matches up to Cena, except Rusev really should get a little more cut. Can him be? Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Holy crap!
Was that? Bro,
Damn.
ladies and gentlemen, my Twitter has gone batshit crazy.
All right, I got one.
Steven Amell and Neville against Stardust and King
So
Barrett.
pretty much, Green Arrow and Red Arrow versus.
King Barrett and Stardust.
I was gonna say King Idiot and
Weirdo.
Star Nut.
Well, the Princes of Darkness, I guess, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever, man.
Here's the thing: so far-fetched, yet it could work. Like
who was the last actor to have a match in WWE? Like,
you want?
it doesn't even have to be an actor or actress.
And I'm glad you corrected yourself on that. What celebrity has last had their match? And the honest opinion is Snooki.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And
Snooki,
that had to
WrestleMania 27. I gotta give Snooki her props, man, because she
did good.
She delivered, man.
But
Snooki, you ever hear this, man? We give you nothing but props on your match at WrestleMania 27. Nothing but love.
she did win her match at WrestleMania 27, but she did not win amongst the critics. However, Stephen Amell, the flexibility, the height that he has, just the way he's conducted himself in the promos with Neville, and plus Neville being on the rise and bringing Barrett and Cody Rhodes back into the equation, into the spotlight, this could work as a good match. Stephen Amell, everything that they had with him, he did perfect. Just reaction, just the way he presented himself and wanting to be participated in the match when they did it. It's going to be one of the good matches that you would not expect. I see a lot out of him, and I promise you that he's not going to fail to deliver.
And we gotta thank the man who put this all together, Hunter. I may not like you right now, but hey, I got to give you your props on this one, man.
Hunter and Steph, you sons of bitches.
Okay.
Next match.
Kevin Owens and Cesaro.
Oof, this is a tough one because like Kevin Owens, he's accomplished a lot in the 3 months that he's been on the main roster. You're gonna say something?
He put steroid in his burgers and got suspended for 30 days.
But still, you take.
Oh, that's why. I thought it was a weight thing.
No. You can't really take away the fact though he beat John Cena in his first match. I mean,
you know what? You can't even argue that because Jeff Hardy's done a lot worse and he was brought back 3 times.
For real. Man.
And now he's in TNA and he's still got work. So, I mean, really. But, what I have to say about... Are you done?
Go for it, dude. I don't care.
I'll be quick. Honestly, either way this match goes, whether Kevin Owens wins, Cesaro wins, they've both been great. Kevin Owens proved himself. Cesaro was on a slack, was good, then went on a slack, he got brought back up. This is going to be a good match.
You gotta give Kevin his props too, because tomorrow they're doing NXT and NXT Live in Brooklyn, and he's going up against Finn Balor in a ladder match for the NXT Championship. So he's going through a brutal match, and then to go in the next day all bruised up and shit against Cesaro, who's like one of the toughest ones on the rise. You gotta have some serious balls for that.
But here's the thing: when you think about it too, when they do shows 300 days out of the year. So that's 5 out of 7 days. So they do matches from Friday to Tuesday with only Wednesday and Thursday off. That means out of all this they work, they have the mornings and the afternoons where they train and all of Wednesday and Thursday. Because if you look on their schedule through WWE, they have that schedule 5 days a week they're wrestling. So they got a lot and they're used to that. They're always hurting and getting banged up. Very rarely, though, will you see a live show.
But I'm saying, though, the type of match that he's going through the day before his match at SummerSlam.
Hey, I've been to a live show and I seen a steel cage match happen, and they did it very poorly too. By the way,
remember this is a ladder match, man. You're surrounded by steel in a cage match, but you're dealing with steel ladders, man, and you have no idea where those could be coming from.
With all due respect, Kevin. He's a fat fuck, so that's not gonna hurt him at all.
What for a fat fuck, man? He's got
Ryan, Ryan just had a donkey face, ladies and gentlemen. He just looked like fucking donkey from Shrek. That's funny. And
But back to my point, for a fat fuck, man. Kevin Owens is pretty quick and pretty agile.
I think Ryan.
He can flip around the ring, man. He's got his power. So for a fat fuck, he's pretty good.
I'm sorry.
You can't take nothing away from Kevin Owens. But Cesaro, people love his strength, people love the swing he does. So you just gotta expect a lot out of this match. Hopefully they deliver on this.
Hold on a second. There's a lot going on because while you're talking, this loony bin over here has fucking lost it. I think we need Austin back for permanent. Well, we get you in a car ride to the hospital. 911. Yes, we need a trip to Suplex City and Looney Tune Town, please. Is there any more matches we got there?
We got one more, and I was saving this for last just because you and I were talking about this, if he should be heel or not, if he could be a good heel. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper versus 2 people from the Shield.
Two technically former members of the Shield, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Now, a lot of people are saying that Roman should go heel.
I think not. I think he should stay where he is right now.
I think not either, because either.
Okay, spit it out.
I think that Roman should not go heel either. If anything, if they're gonna make somebody heel, it should be Dean Ambrose, because the way that the Wyatt family is, if rumors, because rumors can spread and rumors can branch out. If they want to do a rumor where Dean Ambrose becomes part of the Wyatt family, he would be the more reasonable person to turn heel, because he is demented and crazy like that. But
however, not to cut you off, man.
No, it's fine.
Like Roman, he's been on a roll this past year. He won the Royal Rumble. He was entered in that Money in the Bank ladder match, but everything has been taken away from him. His match at WrestleMania, he got the title stolen by Seth Rollins. Even if he was about to lose or whatever, he got it stolen from him. His chances at Money in the Bank, you can't really say it's a fair match because anything can happen. But all of his opportunities to become the top guy have been taken away from him. And there have been times where superstars, they just can't take it anymore, and like whatever they want, they're gonna achieve it for it any ways possible. So Roman, if you go heel, that's probably gonna be the reason for it.
Storyline wise,
that makes sense.
Storyline wise, Roman and Dean fighting the Wyatt family is the best thing for him right now, because behind the scenes, Roman has fucked himself. Okay, Roman did not go and get himself prepared to be up on that main event status with Brock Lesnar. So Seth Rollins kicking in. Seth was ready. Roman was not, and Roman refused to go for the help. To go deep into detail, Roman refused those acting classes and refused to train more. So that's why he got brought back a little bit. That's why Dean Ambrose and Seth and even Randy were brought more into the main event status with the championship. And Roman was kind of backed down because Roman did not prepare himself. You start Roman off with the Big Show. Meanwhile, Dean Ambrose has got his own thing going on between a combination of Kane and Steve Austin. I mean, I think he's doing pretty well for himself, and he's got a very good fan base. For example, what are you wearing right now?
I am currently wearing
the unstable Dean Ambrose shirt.
Yeah.
That's because he's proved himself. Roman has not proved himself yet. If he hasn't, this is not a time to start. Because
you kind of got a point. Because when I bought this, I asked for a Cena and an Ambrose, so I thought it just looked badass. Plus, Ambrose was like one of the guys at the time. So.
You have to consider something too, people. In wrestling vocabulary, we have something called a shoot. Or a kayfabe shoot, a work shoot.
Okay.
And it was said by Paul Heyman, and it rings true, just because he's part of that Samoan family does not mean that he's eligible just to have that status handed over to him. He had to work for it. The Samoans did, the Usos did, the Rock.
The Usos are still working on it, because right now, they really haven't gone for any. Well, I'm saying, like, all they've really gone for since they debuted was the tag team championships. And I get why. They're brothers. They're agile. They're quick. They're high flying, and they're talented. But what have they gone for any singles championships? No, it was always tag team championships. And then you got their father Rikishi. He was never handed over the opportunity to become a main event star, but he became a legend, even as like kind of one of the background guys. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing: Rikishi has cemented himself a legacy because there was a lot of things that Rikishi was involved with, a lot of things that were involved with the whole invasion, and even the stink face. As stupid as that is,
it's funny as
hell.
It's
funny as hell and incorporated within a lot. If you go on, you look up Rikishi giving Vince McMahon a stink face, you'll laugh your ass off. The Usos, you can't see them as single competitors. They have to be a tag team. It was like Matt and Jeff Hardy.
True, you get a point. However, as they went on in their careers, they kind of separated and went on to their singles careers. Jeff becoming a former WWE champion and a two-time World Heavyweight Champion in WWE, while Matt, he didn't do his best, but that's kind of what happens when you rise one brother up.
But that's the thing. Jeff and Matt were not ready to go single competitors. As a tag team, they did magnificent.
Jeff, you gotta admit, like Jeff was. You can't deny Jeff was. Matt, not so much.
Both of them together, though, it took them about 5 years because Jeff Hardy didn't get that single competitive push until 2002, 2003 with The Undertaker, and he can't get any better than that. The Usos...
But again, you can't deny with Jeff Hardy's abilities and his
not at all.
His charisma, he had to be a singles competitor at least.
No, not at all. Not denied it at all. All power to him. He added to it. But the thing is that the Usos, getting back to it, the Usos were ready as a tag team, and they got brought up because they deserved and worked for it. Roman has not held a title by himself and had meaning to it. He held the tag team title with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but that's the tag team. You're basically half of a champion.
But
you're still a champion.
But that's the thing, though, too. Roman is not a tag team competitor.
No, he is more of a singles.
He's more singles competitor,
Single powerhouse.
But to them, and behind the scenes, he did not prove that yet. That's why he got brought back so much. So the Usos, with their push as a tag team, was way better than Roman with his push as a singles competitor, because Roman got nothing out of it. Roman got the same thing as Seth Rollins did. Roman was just thrown in a match with Brock Lesnar. Obviously, they can't compete against each other. Brock Lesnar got screwed over, Roman got fucked, and then Seth Rollins wins.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened to Seth. Seth can't go up against Brock Lesnar because in real life, Brock Lesnar will fucking tear his head off and shove it up his ass. That's why they brought back The Undertaker. because it makes sense. And you think about it in real life. Think about this: Spike Dudley against Brock Lesnar. Would you believe it?
Oh my god.
There you go.
I couldn't even believe Spike Dudley against Steve Austin. Though.
Exactly. There you go. It's just things don't happen, you know. So that's why you have to think about it. And this is why it's so weird now how we're so critical, but there's a reason for it. Because in between 2009 and 2013, WWE had lost their touch, all because they wanted to go PG.
Yeah.
As sad as it is, and as memorable as those are, you'll look back and say, wow, this is really stupid. How many times do I look back when Bob Barker was a host and see how stupid that was? Even his things he was saying, he was stupid. Chris, you better be a good boy or else I'll put you over a knee and spank you. What the fuck is that? In professional wrestling, Chris Jericho would take the mic and fucking smash it in his head. I don't care how old the man is. That's going to happen. We've seen Bubba Ray Dudley take Mae Young,
and
powerbomb it
through a table.
That's wrestling. That's Attitude Era, but still, that's wrestling. That's
Which,
a pure
by the way,
essence.
is the Attitude Era was the greatest era that WWE has had.
and will ever have.
It will ever have. But you know something? That era existed once, and that's it.
It cannot be replayed. It
That's
cannot,
right.
and that's what WWE is doing right now. They're reliving different storylines, different eras, and to be honest, I don't think that they should, because
I mean, if they really want to get that push, kind of get their fan base, they would not have made this a PG show. Yeah, little kids may watch it. I would just advise them to put that parental advisory thing, whatever.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Look at what TV is going now.
Kids have ruined wrestling. That is a known fact. You can't deny that.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
And honestly, do you wonder why people hate Cena? Because he's attracting kids, and it all started because this is the God honest truth. Hulk Hogan, Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, whoever else was on top, were dickheads backstage, and they were very assertive of what they wanted and who they wanted to put over, and it worked out for them because they got their respect in the long run. John Cena, however, very respectful back there in the locker room, and very respectful in the face of the company. But in the core of the sport which you represent, which is professional wrestling, he is not capturing the true essence of it, and that's why a lot of old school fans don't like it. Have you seen One Night Stand ECW?
Never.
I have.
You have seen against Rob Van Dam? John Cena. Literally,
I've seen that match.
John Cena, if I could put it in the best way possible, literally got shitted on. Like those ECW fans
were merciless.
They told him
There was literally a sign that says, "If Cena wins, we riot."
And they also said that with Punk.
Yeah.
If Punk doesn't win,
we riot.
We riot. And that's the thing, because professional wrestling is not John Cena, and you can see why a lot of people want to break from that. But what is best for business, and how funny that rings so true, John Cena is the one that's bringing in sales. In 2011, CM Punk was the one bringing in sales. And if they didn't fuck up with him, he would still be on top, and the whole game would be so different. But you know what? Things happen. Everything happens for a reason, and it's supposed to be going this way. And
thanks, Vince.
And to be quite honest, Cena's not really on top. He may still be going around doing wishes and all that, representing the company, but he's really not on top anymore.
I mean, he's kind of becoming old news now, and I get they want to keep him around. He's no like Ric Flair. He's not gonna be with a guy that people are gonna keep cheering for him no matter what he does, whether he wins or lose. I mean, yeah, I'd be hype if he ties or even breaks Ric Flair's record, but most fans are not gonna approve of that.
Because he may have proved himself behind the scenes, but he doesn't prove himself with the fans. And the fans keep thinking that, the backstage they keep thinking that's what the fans want. No, that's what the kids and the females want. What do the true wrestling fans want? They don't want Cena. They want somebody new, somebody with talent. They want Wyatt. They want Ziggler.
I mean, we're not saying like pull Cena out of the roster. No, just put him in regular matches. Don't always have him going for a championship.
They can't do that. The status that Cena has, the only option that they have is to pull him out.
But I'm saying if they really want to break from him, they would stop putting him in like championship matches.
They can't do that.
But you know,
you know what? It seems that easy.
That's what the company wants. I'm talking about the fans right now, dude. If the fans really want to break from him, the company would stop putting him in championship matches. And I got nothing for love for Cena. Well, you know, we're talking about a company that's kind of losing fans by the minute.
The WWE would be very smart about that because they would keep Cena, but if he literally gets old by every single fan of all age, both men and women, the only thing they would have to do is make him heel. And that's what we've wanted for the longest time. That's what we wanted for the longest time. And I wanted this match for this Sunday. I want Seth Rollins to win. I'm tired of Cena being the front man. You know, United States champion, okay, it's something different. He's not in the top tier.
If you look upon Ryan's wall with a huge poster of John Cena.
Okay, like, I understand Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins needs to be up there. He needs to be at the top because he's the youngest guy. He's young, he's fresh, and, you know, John Cena, yeah, he's old, but he's experienced. I like John because it just reminds me of if he was in the Attitude Era, he would be The Rock. Almost. Reason being is how his career pretty much almost idolizes him for the Attitude Era. Now, if Cena idolizes anybody else, it would be Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Without a doubt.
But
you
if we're speaking in the Attitude Era right now, it would be The Rock because if you don't remember when The Rock was becoming, you know, babyface, not heel, but, you know, he still got some of those boos and cheers at the same time. Well, John Cena had to go through that. Well, John Cena is going through that.
But here's the thing. When Rock went through it, they made him heel, then they made him face, and then they created him. John Cena right now, he's a superhero just like Hulk Hogan was back in the 80s. It worked in the 80s because they didn't go through the Attitude Era yet. They went through the Attitude Era, and that was the golden years of the WWE, even way more than the 90s boom and the 80s boom. Okay? WWF, Attitude Era from 97 to 2001, those are the golden years. You can't argue with that. No. They can't recreate a superstar to go in the image of Hogan because Hogan was a superhero. He had cereal. He was in cartoons. He did all that.
When he is a idiot for speaking his mind. That's when, because they took him off of being a Hall of Famer.
Really?
They took him off a lot of stuff.
You know what? I wasn't even gonna go into that, and I forgot about that. But I mean, since we're already there,
because I remember when this first happened, ATR was like, dude, you gotta listen to this. WWE took him off everything. Huh? Yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer anymore. Huh? What do you mean?
He doesn't exist within the company.
Yep. Huh? Like, he used to be on Tough Enough, the judge. Well, he's not there anymore.
No,
someone else is.
Miz replaced him, and now Jericho's the one that's on the mic.
Well,
actually, Jericho and Byron Saxton. No,
Jericho was always on the mic, dude.
Yeah, Jericho was the one that was hosting.
Jericho's hosting.
It was the Miz for Miz Talk.
Miz did Miz Talk and did interviews with the contestants afterwards.
But I thought the judges were Booker T, Lita, and Billy Gunn.
No.
Those are the trainers.
They trained them, and you know what? Speaking of that, I'm sorry. Why is ZZ still there?
They actually took off someone that I actually really liked, Tanner.
They are so furious. This is, everybody's furious now. Fans are furious now, and now even management. There's a YouTube video where Booker had to leave the room after doing interviews with the 3 male competitors. Booker couldn't even stay in the room because Booker was so fucking furious. He was so fed up. He was like, "Oh, fuck this! I can't listen to this. I'm gonna walk out." And Billy Gunn literally said, "You see that? That's how we all feel right now because ZZ has the personality, but he doesn't have the talent." And the fans are fucking it again. The fans are fucking it up again because they like him. Because the fake fans. No, I shouldn't even say that. I apologize. Wrong thing. These fans don't know what makes it. They need true fans to see what it is, and true fans see that ZZ's not it. They have the other 3 competitors. I think one of them's name is Josh, or was that the one that got voted off?
Tanner was the one. He was the MMA guy.
Josh, I could see Josh. Josh is WWE superstar material. He has to. Yeah.
The guy that knew all the history? Yeah.
You know what? He's got the look. He's got the mentality. He's been training well. He's got it. He has to win it because if ZZ wins it, it's going to be an uproar. And literally, WWE will be getting shit for it for years down to come. That's it.
Well, toughen off on USA every Tuesday. Catch it. This has been Real Talk. HBK. I'm Scar Cortez. SummerSlam Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Just 4-hour spectacular on pay-per-view and the WWE Network. So, With that in mind,
just want to let all you know that when Bubbles comes back, she will be doing shows just like Scar and X-Pac is right now. She will be doing the shows when she comes back. I can't wait. So,
good
check
night,
it out.
all.
See you tomorrow.